principles on which it was established or what, but it doesn't seem like principle is respected anymore, and it seems like many young guys are easily swayed and easily supported by fame and riches. Well, Mr. Olympia, you just entered a hall of fame, a hall of infamy, and you've just become, whether you realize it or not, a servant to Skandar Akbar, who will use his money and his conning and the conniving of you to get forward what he wants and to further his ends as he weaves that web of trying to attempt dominance on Mid-South. I saw Mr. Olympia sporting a new jacket, #1. And of course, I think it all started when Wrestling 2, that great legend, that man that's never asked for anything, but has gone out and demanded respect, showed up, and the people took to Wrestling 2 as they see a man that's in the twilight of his wrestling career, going out there on hearts and guts and intestinal fortitude. They started chanting 2, 2, 2, and it hurt Olympia. And Olympia thought that JYD deserted him, but that's not true. JYD had to leave for 90 days. Then the controversy over Stagger Lee. Then the time that 2 went in after Akbar because he thought Akbar was the man that had been defaming his mask, and 2 was carried out. And Stagger Lee and Wrestling 2 were scheduled to go against DiBiase and Bourne for the Mid-South titles. Loser of the Fall Leave Town, Olympia, took that chance to regain the spotlight, but was defeated and had to leave 60 days, and it seems like he blames all that on JYD and Wrestling 2. And you can hear this crowd as they're cheering Tim Horner on, hoping that he will beat Mr. Olympia. Mr. Olympia, an upset man. He and Akbar are protesting. They've had legal briefs filed and everything with Mid-South. But as it stands right now, the North American title is held up. Olympia's certainly not out of the running because it's him and JYD that have to settle the issue once and for all as to who the North American champion is and who gets that $10,000. Olympia using a vicious headbutt. One thing you got to give credit where credit's due. He's in fine condition, a well-conditioned athlete. He has his skills. He's a great wrestler. He's been the Mississippi champion. He's been a co-holder of the Mid-South Championship, so he's no stranger to championship competition. And he's got the most devious, conniving, the man that will do anything now that has his ear, Skandar Akbar, who also has Kamala, the Ugandan warrior, and the Black Ninja, a formidable group of individuals. But then there's the Rat Pack, and Hacksaw Dugan, the spokesman now for the Rat Pack, is not content with taking a backseat to anybody, and he's already told Ted DiBiase, you better not have anything to do with Skandar Akbar because I don't like him. I don't like his oil money or what he stands for, and I certainly don't like him because he, at one time, managed the Iron Sheik of Iran, and he said that goes back to a personal thing within his family, and I can only imagine. But here we have Mr. Olympia, the sleeper on Tim Horner, and I've noticed that Mr. Olympia certainly is upset. He's certainly more vicious, whether that is inspired in him by Akbar telling him he's got to get meaner and more vicious, or he's upset about the title or the combination. But he sure seems to enjoy now inflicting punishment. Of course, there's the check as it was supposed to have been. See, had that check been made on the Junkyard Dog for being in the sleeper, they never could have held up the title, and Olympia would have had it. But due to Usher being stunned and the different things that happened, Mid-South has held up the title, and there's one of the men that is the man and the organization that'll be facing the Junkyard Dog.
Mr. Olympia with a new win.